I'll always remember us this way. Sorry. Before I do sessions, certain music stands out to me for certain reasons. And
Yeah, that's a great song.
yeah, well, and it gets me like into a feeling. So I listen to like multiple songs, and then there'll be certain ones that will grab or put me emotional into a way that somehow works into the reading, even if it's not what you would think it would be from the song, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Are you gonna turn your camera on, babe?
I guess I have to cover all my I'm not good at how this stuff works.
Oh, you're fine. You're totally fine.
Oh,
Um, God, all of a sudden it's really hot in here. Hi, Stacy. Look at Stacy.
Hey,
She's in the ethers.
It's
the
um
galaxy.
there she is.
Okay.
Stacy.
So I'm
Hi,
uh,
Miranda.
I know your name now because didn't know if it was I didn't know if it
Gurney
was
or Gurney?
Gurney. Yeah. hmm
You
sorry
can call
about
me anything.
yesterday. Me and Stacy actually I threw everybody off. So there goes my medium light. It's so funny that it does that.
I was like, oh my God, but then I realized you kind of when you sent me the message, it was near midnight. So then I thought maybe
Yeah.
you did think it
Ooh,
was,
smart girl. That's exactly what happened.
yeah.
And then I told Oakley, I'm like, you got to send out her link. What are you doing? And then I'm like, you sent it for the wrong time. And so then I'm like, Stacy, we have 30 minutes to be there. And so me and Stacy are sitting here. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm a day off and $1 short.
I'm glad because I was like confused. I'm like, what the? Oh, I don't know. I figured it was something like that because it was just so close to midnight, and I know you're a different time zone. So,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry
mm,
about that. Okay. So, so okay. I'm just gonna explain how it works and how the readings work, and then I will either sorry, if I feel spirit coming in, like I can't form conscious thoughts. So the way it works is first of all, I always tell everybody like I won't be looking right at I guess right at you would be that or over here. My eyes will either be on my own screen or the closed or all over the room or I don't even know where. But I tell people that because I've had somebody be offended once. So that was like, why don't you look at me? And I'm so I just let people know, please don't be offended if my eyes are everywhere else. Because I concentrate by not concentrating. And they'll talk to me through my thoughts, my emotions, my frame of reference, things I've been through, possibly readings I've done in the past. Um, and I'll try to get the information as close as I can to what they want to say. And that's more like if they show me an item, I'll just describe it to you or whatever they're giving me, I'll just try to get it as close as I can. I also ask them to drop the information in your mind as I'm talking so that you're able to connect where I'm going. There'll be some things that you may not know what I'm saying, but you'll be able to find out later. And so I don't get too hung up on them because it's recorded, so you can go back and look at it. Um, and then my mind just went totally blank. Oh, so try, yeah. So, God, my mind's totally blank. I'm sorry. So, I guess we'll get started because I can't think. So, yeah, okay. And then that's what I was gonna say. If they hit like two birds, one stone kind of situation, it can be both things literally because they're not gonna show me the same thing over and over unless I've messed it up somewhere and then they bring it back during a reading. But they give you that feeling as that's going on, so I'll know like, oh, I must have missed the mark or there actually is two people with a name that sounds the same or something like that. All right. So I'm just gonna sit here for a minute. So I'll go first, and then towards the end of the reading, I'll turn it over to Stacy and see what she's picking up. And I feel like I'm just gonna, usually I go spirit led to start with, but I'm trying to see who else here. Um, three. Do you understand three people on the other side you're hoping to hear from?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to sort them and then they're letting me know there's three of them. So hold on, let me see who's doing what first. Um, if if I was to speak of two ladies or two females, one male, would that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. Um, it's so funny. I'm trying to see why they're standing like that the same. Why do I? They're making so I'm not seeing them like their faces clearly, but I know three of them are here, and I know that there's so I don't know if they're trying to say like the order that they're gonna come in or the order you're hoping to hear from them, but I've got a female here, a female a little bit back, and then a male as close as the female. So I don't know if we're going in that order or we're gonna let you choose. That's so interesting. I've never had them do that before. I do feel like though I want to talk about a partner. So either this will be your partner or the male and female are partners, but somewhere there's partner, love, feeling. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. Um, I'm asking one of them to they're just standing there. I'm going to ask you, which one do you want me to try to connect to first?
Um, the male.
Okay. Here's what's interesting. I'm also getting a reference to a brother. So does he have a brother or is he your brother?
Um, no.
He doesn't have a brother?
No, he doesn't. I the only thing I can think of is my mom lost a child that was a boy. That
Oh,
would have been
okay.
his
Because I just
brother.
heard brother. Okay, let's see where we're going. So maybe that's what they're talking about. But because I could feel like a love relationship, and I know it's with them somewhere, but then I hear brother, and I'm like, where? What does that mean? Who would be your R connection? Like Ralph or Randy or RA? I feel like I want to go.
Um,
Living or deceased. Oh, I didn't explain that part. Sorry. They don't have to have ever known them. It's just whoever you know. So, and it's just evidence so I can keep moving forward. So if I say, who do you know, first, middle, or last with the R, who would be your R connection?
well, there I have an uncle that was a Robert.
Okay. I don't know why I'm seeing an A with it. So I don't know if his name was like Robert Allen or Robert Andrews, but either it's an RA like initials or there's an R and then there's an A, but I'm seeing the R and the A. So
Um,
if one, does that make sense? Do you know who that is?
well, I have a nickname that I go by that's RA. So,
Okay, that makes sense to me.
okay.
So what, I guess it doesn't really matter what it
It's
is.
it's
I
it's
would just see
it's
the RA. So just
it's
as
Ran
long as
it's Randa, like,
Randa. Okay. So close
Good
enough
for
to
me.
Randy. Okay. Because I thought it was Ralph or Randy. Okay, perfect. So it's just their way of saying your nickname. So when I talk to the male, there's this feeling of wanting to have closure or wanting to have answers. And then there's this feeling of distance and like wonder and curiosity, like, am I ever gonna know? Or there's this feeling of wanting to know something, but it feels pulled away from us. So would that make sense to you?
yes.
Okay. That's just his way of kind of acknowledging that. It's almost like if you had a conversation, I'm never gonna know what happened because he's not here anymore. That's what it feels like. Like I want the information, but it's being taken away from me with
Mm-hmm.
him, if that would make sense. And for
It does.
whatever reason, he's also highlighting his chest. So would you understand either an injury to the chest or something, a scar or something significant, but he's showing me his chest?
Um, from what I've heard, that's how he passed, was heart attack.
Okay. So funny. I'm just trying to see how he talks. For whatever reason, do you understand him having a tattoo on his chest or actually a scar on his chest? Because he's highlighting a specific part of his chest, or would you have a tattoo on your chest?
Yes, I have a tattoo over
Okay.
my heart,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, in reference to him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So just his way of letting you know, because he keeps showing me his chest. This is gonna sound so weird. I don't even want to say it, but he's I really don't even want to say it. I'm gonna see if he brings it back up. I'll tell you at the end. It's well, would you understand why he's showing me his nipple?
Oh, well, I'm
I don't,
thinking maybe because yesterday I had a mammogram.
you did?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I
like, I
did.
don't want to say it. He keeps showing me a nipple.
And they put, you know how they put the stickers on your nipples when they do the mammogram?
I've never had one. I should
Oh,
make
you
one.
you haven't?
No, I should do it though. But he keeps showing me his nipple, because again, because he's not going to show me
Yeah.
your nipple. But I'm like, why am I looking at your nipple? That's funny.
Well,
Um,
I guess he was there.
yeah, yeah, right. That is so funny. Okay. And then if he's talking about 2 years, would you understand the reference? I don't know if he's been gone for 2 years or you were together for 2 years. You didn't
Um,
hear from him for 2 years, but there's something about the time frame of 2 years.
yeah, it's been just a tad over 2 years that he's been gone.
Okay. Um, it's so interesting. He's bringing me back to the RA. So would he have called you this himself?
Oh, no, more that the nickname was more from my mom's brother.
Okay. Because I'm getting the RA connection again. So just hang on to that because he might be highlighting someone else. But
Mm.
just be aware of that. And hold on. It's interesting because there's this feeling of like there's this feeling of like if you like if you and him would have been separated or you didn't know where he was or like I don't want to say missing like a missing person per se, but there's this feeling of not knowing about him. So I don't know if you guys lost touch, but there's this feeling of like wonder or not knowing, and then we hear he's gone. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, we lost touch, and I didn't find out that he passed until a year after he had been gone.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Um, okay, I guess we're going with this. I don't even okay. Um, what I'm gonna do to get on a faster roll real quick is I'm just gonna have you say yes, I understand that, or no, I don't, just to get him closer. But he's talking about three. So do you understand either three children, you having three children, him being one of three, or I think I need to start there. So do you understand the reference to the three people?
Yes,
Okay. And then he's bringing me the three again. So do you understand March or the third of a month being significant in some way?
yes,
Okay, thank you. So it's just his way of highlighting whoever, um, highlighting the people that would be born in March or born or on the other side. He's also do you understand the significance behind April or the name April?
yes.
Okay, thank you. And he did also show me, I don't know if why he's doing this, so I'm just gonna kind of explain it to you. But he keeps showing me a road and then like a car driving off. So I don't know if this is like a final memory or if this is because he was kind of like a wanderer. Because I kind of get that feeling like either he moved a lot or we didn't or he doesn't feel like he's cemented in one place for life. Does that make sense to you?
Or could it mean like he was like a loner type?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's him.
Okay. And then all of a sudden he's showing me like working on cars or working on machines. So we didn't understand that he would have been handy with his hands.
Um, not in that way, no. I don't
So
know.
for whatever reason, he's
Hmm.
showing me it's weird. Like if a car broke down, and I don't know why he's referencing that. So the next thing he shows me is being able, so either he fixed your car or he thought he could fix cars. There's something behind him tinkering with engines and stuff or fixing cars. So I'm not sure where that goes or if he's trying to reference somebody else on the other side with him. Um, let's see. And
Yeah.
who's your J connection? Like Jack?
My uncle's name, the one that had the nickname, his name was James.
James? And is he here or on the other side?
He's here.
Is he a mechanic or tinkers with cars?
Um, no.
That's
I
okay.
mean,
We'll
he
see
like
why he's bringing up the car thing after. Okay, let me see. Um he brings me back to the number three. So whether you have three kids or whether he's one of three, but then he makes me feel like I want to say happy birthday. So would you understand that he either passed around one of the kids' birthdays or his siblings, because I don't know where the three goes, or it's around birthday time now.
my mom's birthday is in March.
Let's see, what is he saying that? Hold on. So, okay, I don't know why he's bringing me to the third and then tells me happy birthday, but just remember I'm saying that. But would you understand a birthday around this time, either just passing or just coming up?
Oh, well, yeah, his birthday is in a few weeks.
Okay. I don't know why he tied that in with the three, but for whatever reason. So for me, usually they'll do that if if they passed around someone's birthday or it's someone's birthday around now. But he for whatever reason he did tie it in with that. There's something with the car. He keeps showing me a car driving off. So do you have a
Hmm.
memory or it's almost like if it was a final memory or something of a car driving off. I don't know what the significance behind the car driving off is.
Hmm. Maybe because
Or
of,
do you have
I
a
mean,
picture like of him in his car on the road?
no, I've never actually, while I knew him, he never had a car.
So there's
So,
got to be someone with him that's talking about this because I keep seeing it on the road and it's driving off. Wait, I don't want to get on a tangent. The only other way I could take that is, do you understand somebody be having their life taken or we think their life was taken?
um, no. Mm-mm. It couldn't just be like just because we like parted ways, maybe like a thing like
Uh, uh,
hmm,
no. Just remember I'm saying it. I know that they're not going to bring it up unless there's something's going to happen coming forward or yeah, there would have to be some, so there's got to be a reason. So I don't know if because I don't know why he's showing it to me, and I don't want to spend too much time on it, but it keeps showing me a car driving off. So if somebody and then had showed me the mechanic thing. So if somebody's car like broke down and say they prayed and then it started and we thought, God, was that him? Or maybe there was a near miss and we're like, oh, was that him? Maybe something like that. I don't know, but he keeps showing it to me. So I know that there's a reason behind that. So I'm just gonna leave that part with you. As far as that part goes. I don't, he speaks differently than he's showing me a handprint, the palm of a hand, and I'm not sure why. Would you understand what the significance of him showing me his handprint?
Um, the only thing I can think of is like the other day I was at a movie and my favorite song came on during this movie for some reason. And I kind of like I put out my hand and I go, if you're here, can you like put your hand on mine?
That makes sense to me because I'm seeing just like
Yeah,
a hand and I'm like, what are we doing?
I
So
don't know.
that makes sense to me. Um, And then if I start shifting, it sounds like I'm talking to someone else, let me know. But somebody is referencing jewelry, and I feel like you would have jewelry that you have that reminds you of them or you think of while you wear it for them. Um,
Yeah, the last thing, I think it was the last thing that he gave me was um a necklace.
yeah, perfect. So it's just his way of bringing that up. And then all of a sudden, I'm seeing shot glasses, but the feeling is that he would have been fun. So whether he means partying or drinking or he just gives me that feeling of being really fun. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, he's really fun, but like I get more like in a the sense of humor kind of way more than he's not really wasn't really a big partier kind
That's okay. I just see the
of.
shot glasses and then he gives me a feeling of being fun. Like
Mhm.
yeah, just a fun person to be around.
Yeah.
So with the shot glasses, either somebody has done like cheers for him or somebody would actually collect shot glasses, but it has to be something like that.
Okay.
So I don't know if people are like they drink and like like if you're together and you can like do cheers, but I see two shot glasses for whatever reason. And it might be because this message will you'll tell somebody else. I don't know, but he shows me two shot glasses and then the feeling is just fun and having a good time. Would you also understand he brings up Easter, which is interesting. Do you understand the reference behind Easter? So either somebody passed around Easter or was born around Easter or somebody's animal's name is Easter. I don't know, but he brings up Easter.
My birthday is around Easter.
Okay, perfect. And that's so weird. He just showed me you as if somebody pulled the carpet out from underneath you, but he makes me
Mm.
feel like it's current. So do you understand like being stressed out or not feeling completely stable right now?
Yeah, in a couple different ways. Yeah.
Okay. Um, is your mom in spirit or is his mom? I just heard mom.
Both his and my mom are in spirit.
Okay, so just his way of acknowledging that because I just heard mom. Um, and who is your D connection?
My brother Dennis.
Okay. Do you guys did you have children together or does he have children?
Um, no, he didn't. Neither one of us had children at all.
Why am I being, who would have been like a child to him, a child for him?
He had a niece and a nephew, and I think he was very close to his nephew. His
Okay.
nephew.
And do you know if there's three of them? I know you said two, but he's referencing three.
Um, he just, as far as I know, he just had one niece and one nephew.
I'd be curious to know if maybe one of them lost at like a miscarriage or something, because he makes me feel like he's talking about three kids as well that he recognizes as children. Um,
Okay.
and he makes me feel very much that, you know how I said he pulled showed me pulling the carpet out from underneath you?
Hmm.
Now he's like rolling the carpet up. And the feeling is the carpet feeling pulled from out from underneath you when you found out about his passing. And it feels like if he was able to gift you something, it would be rolling the carpet up. And that's, I guess, symbolic for taking that feeling away from you of finding out that way. And he does all of this sudden make me feel like I want to apologize to you. Um, he gives me this feeling like it wasn't that you weren't together for a lack of love. It's almost like when things just don't align. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
the way he makes me feel for you, that it wasn't a lack of love. Things just weren't aligning, almost like wrong time, wrong
yeah,
timing, you know? Um,
that's what it
but
was.
yeah,
Hmm.
there's still something. Do you understand? Sorry, he's not letting it go. So do you understand? The feeling is if we break up or we get into an argument or whatever, and I leave without closure. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah,
everything's
that
not set in stone and I leave and then I just don't come back. And then you hear about this years later. Does that make sense?
yeah, I had to leave because I he never was gonna express that he loved me, you
Okay.
know?
Because
So I had to walk away
that's
for my own.
the car
Yeah,
thing. Oh, I have chills. That's why he won't
that's
let it go. Because I'm like,
that's
why
what
are
I
you in the
thought it
car
was.
again? You don't have one.
I thought it was that because yeah, I had to. It was very hard. I didn't know how to become to still be his friend and not look at him that I wanted more, you know? And I
Yeah.
kind of lost my best friend and that him too.
So please know the way he makes me feel is that it wasn't that he didn't commit, or the way he gave it to me was it wasn't that I wasn't that we weren't together for lack of love. It was the timing. Or and maybe he just wasn't ready or he was scared. I don't know, but it feels like it was the timing, but not lack of love. And then he takes the carpet away, like wanting to heal that for you. And then the car driving off again, and the feeling is very much we just didn't get that closure. So please know he comes through recognizing that.
Yeah.
Um, and I know you have two other people you want to talk to, so I'm going to leave his love with you with that. But please know that he does make me feel like he did love you. It's just the timing was off. And
Hmm.
um, if he could hand you a gift, it would be the carpet that was pulled out from underneath you, but it would also be you knowing that he did care. He just that it was wonky. That's how it makes me feel like it was wonky. The timing was off. Who are the
Yeah.
other people you want to connect to, hon?
My mom and grandma.
Okay. So the next person I have here, the first thing they're showing me is they're showing me a flower, but it's not a real flower. It's like if it was on a doily or on a blanket, or sewn on something or a pattern on something, but not really a real fresh flower. So do you understand that?
Um, I think so. I mean, I when we visit her grave, we sometimes bring real flowers, but most of the time we bring the artificial ones.
Okay. Do you know if one of them could sew or knit or make doilies, or is there a blanket that would have like a larger floral pattern on it?
My grandmother sewed. I'm not sure if she did that. I assume that she probably did have a blanket.
Okay.
Um,
Or do you have a blanket? I'm just gonna give it to you like that. It feels like material. It feels like a swatch. Like if this was part of a blanket or if this was like a doily, but it's like a larger floral. And I don't know how, maybe the size isn't important, but they're giving it to me as more like it's material or something she could have done, but it's a bigger flower is the way that it looks like to me. And
Mm.
then I know your name's Miranda, but I'm getting another M name. So who would be the other M name?
Her name was Marie,
Okay, thank you. And is this mom or grandma?
grandma.
Okay. And then she's actually showing me my birthday, which is so confusing to me. So, do you understand either February 15th or I need to break up the days and give you February and then the 15th of a month?
Um,
It could be birthday, death day, anniversary, or passing.
um, well, February is my parents' anniversary,
Okay.
and can't think of the 15th though.
So
But if that
lately I've been one day off either before or after. So if it's like the 14th, um, if it's real close to there, I'm okay because they reference my birthday and then it's been like a day off. But um,
um I was born on the 13th,
okay,
but also I guess if you break the 15 into January 5th, that was pretty close to her anniversary with her husband.
okay. What's interesting is right when you say that, then she brings me to rings or wedding rings. Would you understand that your mother would have had her rings?
Yes, she did, and then
You got them?
she she actually went when she passed. She left me her ring, one of her rings, and the other one was to my cousin. So yeah.
Perfect, because she made me feel like your mom was still here. So I know she would have given them to your mom. I just heard Dottie. So either there really is a Dottie or there's somebody whose name is, let's just start with that. Do you understand the name Dottie?
Um, I believe that it was a nickname that she called one of her daughters.
Okay. Um, because the next thing I got was Penny. So is there someone in the family whose name is like an item? It's, I know that's a weird way to say it. So I don't know if there
Um,
really is a penny. I don't even know what that would be. It could be an animal
um,
or a person because I heard Dottie and then I saw a penny and it felt like Penny. So do you guys have like a Penny or a Penelope or
I
uh
was just thinking when you said Dottie, I first thought of I had a cat named Dolly,
mm,
but I don't.
yeah, no,
But
it was like Dottie. So if it's not Dottie and it's not Penny, then she's trying to reference someone whose name would be like it would have a meaning or a theme. You know what I mean? Like Dot or Penny or just remember I'm saying it. I know it'll come to you and I don't want to take up
yeah,
your time, but it's just a way of saying hello. And then all of the sudden I get this feeling. Do you understand why your grandmother is referencing a care center or a nursing home? Did she go there or was
um,
she in some sort of rehabilitation?
not her, but her husband was in a nursing home towards the end.
Okay, because I just got that reference to a nursing home. Um, let me see what else she wants to say. What's interesting is when I'm asking her what else she wants to say, and I can feel your mother. But here's what's weird is I feel like when I want to talk to your mother, I'm talking to you. So that for me, that would be either um you share the I don't think you shared the same name, but it would be like you shared the same name or you were very much alike or you looked alike, but there's something with her that makes me feel like I'm talking to you. Does that make sense?
Um, it could be that we were, more like best friends, and plus, I think she always intended for our birthdays to be close together because she's like within 2 weeks of mine.
Oh, wow. There's just this yeah, feeling of similarities, a lot of similarities. Um, and then if she's telling me to talk about two children, would you understand either she only has two children or she has two girls?
Um,
She's telling me to talk about two, and I feel like it's her children.
okay.
Um,
She had 3 girls.
is one of them, why am I seeing two? Hold, there's got to be a difference. Hold on. Why am I seeing two? There's got to be something in common with the two girls. Why would she show me two girls? You don't have two girls, do you?
No.
There's got to be
Well, she had one that passed at like 3 or 4 years old, and the other two, lived older.
that makes sense to me because there's something that's the same about two of them.
Hmm.
Okay, that makes sense to me. Shoot, I didn't hear the first part of the name. There, do you know a name like the important part is the M, but like Delaney or Leilani, but Lonnie, it's like that. I can hear the E part of the name. I don't know what she's trying to say. Do you know what the name of your baby sister was?
I believe I had a baby brother. I
Oh, okay. And what was uh, Laney, like Laney, Melanie. There's something where it's like I can hear the L and the E at the end, and I didn't hear the first part of it, and I don't know who that is, who she's referencing. They could be living or deceased, but she is referencing that. And then the next thing that she shows me, it feels like a pendant or a necklace, but I know it would have like a pendant or something on it because that's the next thing she shows me, but it feels decorative and pretty, and it feels like it's in reference to her. Um,
well, the last gift that she gave me was a heart locket that you could open, and it played music, and you
oh,
could put
that's
two
cool.
pictures in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, and then would you understand that your mom and your grandma are buried by each other, or grandma and grandpa, but I'm seeing two burial spots close together.
My grandmother and grandfather, I believe they buried them on top of each other.
Okay. Because I just get that reference. And then I'm seeing, this is so funny. Would you understand that your grandpa and grandma, they're talking about somebody who enjoys dancing. I don't know if they can dance though, because I'm seeing like, I'm hearing like the screech of the shoes on the ground, almost like if you were playing basketball. I can hear that that skin noise. So do you understand that either they loved to dance and tore it up, or they loved to dance, but somebody wasn't so good at it? There's something to do with the noise on the floor.
Um, I don't know a lot about if my grandmother did, but my mom loved dancing, but I wouldn't, yeah, I wouldn't say she was that great, but she loved doing it.
Okay. Maybe it's her. I just know that it feels fun and lighthearted, and either they were really good and that's why they're pointing out the screech of the getting
Mhm.
down, or maybe they didn't. It just feels fun and funny. Um,
Yeah.
let's see. I'm also being told to talk about yellow. Do you know whose favorite color would have been yellow, or yellow would have been significant in some reason tied to them?
Mm.
If you're not sure, it's
Mm.
okay. It
I'm
feels like
not
one
sure.
of the females. So for me, either they really loved yellow or um you'll go through pictures and see somebody dressed in completely yellow, but for whatever reason they're highlighting yellow in association with them.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm being told to talk about the number two again. So um either you like the number 222 or there's something else in February or the second day of a month or 2002, but I'm being told to talk about two again.
It, I suppose it could be that me and my brother are the only two uh siblings that were, because yeah, my the brother passed while she was still pregnant.
Uh-huh.
Or it could be that her my grandmother, her son's birthday is in February,
Okay.
and he's the last one still here.
Okay. That makes sense to me. It's just a way for them to say hello. Um, before I turn over to Stacey, I'm just seeing if there's anything else. They are showing me paperwork. Typically when I see paperwork this way, it has like would you understand either it kind of feels like if there's like a hiccup in the paperwork after someone passes or um things didn't go as smoothly, but there's something to do with paperwork and it feels like it has a legality or financial tie to it. So I don't know if somebody wasn't able to get their affairs in order or things didn't go the way that you had hoped. I don't know, but there's something there with what feels like deeds or a will or that kind of paperwork, you know what I mean?
Um, it would make sense with my mom. There was like a lot of financial type paperwork that we had to deal with after she passed.
Okay. They're just acknowledging that because it's like sorry that that wasn't all set up and taken care of. Do you know what this is so weird. Do you know a Sylvester or a Sylvia?
Mm,
I, a silver is what I thought I heard, but I don't know how silver makes sense.
I'm not sure.
Sylvie. You don't know a Sylvie?
No.
Okay, just hang on to it. Because I'm trying to make a change and it's like, no. So they could be living or deceased. Could be a friend of one of theirs or another family member. If you look into genealogy or something like that, I don't know. But when I'm trying to see if what else it could be, then I get Sylvie. So I know that somebody's name has to be like that or a town or something, but feels like Sylvia or Sylvie, which I
Okay.
don't, I've never even heard Sylvia as a name, but I'm gonna leave that with you and turn it over to Stacy, and then I'll do your psychic reading after.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right, you're welcome.
Hi, Miranda.
Hi, Stacy.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure. I gotta tell you, I'm not sure if this is for my live reader or for you, but Spirit kept on me today. And it was the craziest word because I had an ex-husband that used to say this word all the time and I haven't heard it in years. But he kept tapping me on the shoulder and I kept hearing this word over and over. And I said, okay, I'll say it. The word indubitably.
My goodness.
It
Oh,
might be for somebody in my chat, but I all day I've been holding on to it. I was like, I wrote it down first so I wouldn't forget the word to ask you, was it for you or is it for my live? But somebody that would say indubitably, like if you say something and that's how
I,
they'd respond. So
I think it's probably for your live.
okay, I just wanted to make sure. I was like, if I don't ask, I'll never know. And I'm developing, so I gotta ask.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if it was your grandmother. I'm kind of gonna bounce because I was just getting things kind of coming from different directions. So I don't know if it was your grandmother or your mother. But I saw somebody with the mayonnaise jar saying, "Don't throw that away. Rinse that out because I saved them."
Yeah,
And
that
I
probably would
felt
be my grandma,
you're okay,
like to reuse things, a lot.
like the butter containers. That's the after I
Hmm.
saw that, I was like, "Oh yeah, like the butter containers and everything." They use that instead of real Tupperware. They just wash them out and
Yeah.
save everything in them. Okay, makes sense. Oh, then I got a reference to 82, and then I thought maybe they're trying to say 1982 to me. So I don't know if something significant happened in 82. Um, I almost feel like it might be a link to this gentleman that we have on the other side. Oh, I don't know, born, graduated, something to 82. I just felt like it may have been the year
Hmm.
19. If it's not, and it's
Um,
82, I'm just going to ask you, does August 2nd ring a bell for anything?
um, August does, but not the
Okay.
second. But then I thought, could 82 be around an age when someone passed?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's not for me to figure out. I just kept hearing it. So I had to write it down.
'Cause
And
My
then I
my
have to
grand
try and make sense.
my grandma was 81, so it's
I can take that.
yeah.
I can take that. And you help me when you validate like that. It helps me learn because I was trying to make sense of it. I kept hearing 82, 82, 82. And I was like,
Yeah,
maybe they mean 1982. I don't know. So when you
92.
validate
I know
92,
92 would make sense, but
oh,
yeah,
okay. Well,
yeah.
I'll take the age of the. Uh, I'll take the age when she passed because
Okay.
that would being off by a year is not a bad thing when you're doing a relationship. That's what I find.
Yeah.
So, uh, and I'm just gonna. Heather always says, "You just shoot names right out of you," and so I'm gonna shoot this one. Do you know a Jill?
Chill. I don't believe so. Mm-mm.
Okay, and right as I was writing it is when the name James came up. So I
Mhm.
said maybe it's just a J name that I'm getting. So I don't know, but write Jill down because I'm not willing to let that one go. I feel that there's a Jill somewhere, and it might have even been somewhere where you and him knew somebody named Jill, or um, and I feel like it was from back in the day. I don't know why, but I just feel that way about it.
Okay.
So just write that down because I think it'll come to you. Um, and it's not a common name. I've never gotten that in reading before, so that's why I was like, but then you said something about Jack right about the same time too, or something. I think Heather brought up Jack, and I went, "Oh, Jack and Jill." Like that's how my mind works when I'm hearing from spirit. Um, then I got the name Michael. There a Michael or a first, middle, or last name could even be Michaels, but I felt like there was a Michael,
Um,
or there is a Michael.
my the my grandma's son that's still alive. I believe his middle name is Michael.
Okay, that would be. I can take that.
And she also
Um.
had a nephew named Michael.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Okay. And when I said, it's funny when I wrote down, I felt, and I don't know that they're junior, senior, but I felt there was more than one when I wrote down. Like I felt like it was some kind of lineage thing going on with it. But
Yeah,
it's
actually that name, I do believe one of I actually think that my grandmother's dad might have been named Michael too. It is very
that would
common in our family, yeah.
Okay, okay. Makes sense then. Um, and I can't remember if Heather brought up January, but I got the month of January as being significant.
Yeah,
Um,
that was my grandparents' their wedding anniversary.
okay. And then right after that, I don't know that it has a link to it because it came separate. So, and I got the 21st. Um, uh, well, I got 21 is what I should say because it doesn't ever come to us except
Mm.
for the 21st of the month. We got to figure out what 2-1 means when they're side by side. So then, if you can't think of a birthday, death day, anniversary on the 21st of any month, it doesn't have to be January. Then it could be a link to February 1st. Or did anyone pass in 2021?
No, but I also thought, could it be January 2nd? Well, I guess that would be if it was backwards, but
It would be,
um,
yeah, it would flip it, but I'll just have you hold on to it. You'll, whatever it's meant to be, you'll know. Is just the way that I
yeah,
feel. It's not, I could sit here and say, well, let's make it fit this way or that way. But if it doesn't fit, you'll know. It will come to you. And if you write it down, we get so many letters, telling us afterwards.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe I didn't figure that out at the time. Oh, then I got something significant about the month of November right after that. I started getting dates in November.
Um, yeah, the my loves his birthday is in November.
Oh, well, okay. Perfect, perfect. And then I got the name Buster. I don't know if it was somebody had a nickname of Buster or somebody had a dog named Buster or um I don't know where the
Um,
Buster came from.
I'm not sure either.
Buddy, Buster, something like that. But I feel like it was a BU. Um,
I think
then I
I think
got
I don't know if it would be that, but my uncle had a dog that he named Boogie at one point. It could
yeah,
be,
um,
you know.
Boogie. It does have a BU sound. Maybe just write it down.
Okay.
That's a maybe. I got. Let me roll through this. A Valentine's memory. When Heather was talking about your love, I feel like there is a very significant Valentine's memory. I don't know what it's about, but I just felt like he was telling me, ask her about the Valentine. I'm not sure
Um,
what that's about. I saw a fuzzy bear, a white fuzzy bear with a red heart. So I knew it was Valentine's, and that's what gave me the Valentine.
um, I'm not sure, but I mean, I know we always kind of exchanged gifts and things that day, so it might be something like that.
Was there a signet? Like, I just really feel like there's one in particular he wanted me to point out to you, like to let you know that the memory was extra special for that Valentine.
Um, Honestly, not that I can think of. I mean,
Okay.
we more celebrated our birthdays. It seems like more than
Then
Valentine's Day.
Valentine.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Think about it because it may even be like now that I've said it, I'm almost feeling as if there's something that happened on the Valentine's Day after y'all were split up that you felt his presence with. Like you knew it was a significant thought, memory, or something that came to you on Valentine.
Okay.
Okay, so just write that down. Um, and then I saw an angel. I saw angel wings spread. I saw an angel. Uh, I'm not sure where to place it, and there's a side of me that feels a little bit leaning towards like a tattoo or uh, something more permanent, if that makes sense. Something more, not that you just drew an angel. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like there's something more, something engraved maybe with an angel on it or something like that. If there's something about an angel with the wings spread.
Well, when I last went to the visit the cemetery, I put this little angel with, and it had wings by his grave.
That's
That
what
could
it
be,
is.
yeah.
That's exactly what it is. He wanted to recognize that would I can take that for sure. I'm getting a military reference in your family, or it could be somebody on the other side or somebody here, but I'm getting a military reference. I got a
There
suit and it,
there's a lot. I mean, well, he was in the army, but I mean, a lot like most of my relatives were in some branch of the military.
I should have said army because that's exactly what he told me, and I felt it was him, but I didn't go with it. I'm learning. I'm learning. I can't take it, but when you validate it, I'm like, I just should have said army. Somebody who was in
Yeah.
the army, but I just didn't feel comfortable enough to do it. Or confident enough in myself. Um, then I felt like, do you know the song "Eye of the Tiger"?
Yeah.
I felt like there's a story with you about the song "Eye of the Tiger," or that there's a connection, or that he's trying to send you a connection through that song.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
could
if he
see
has.
the connection, maybe with, I know he wants me to like move forward with my life and stuff like that, like, so I can
Well,
kind of see
and
it
he
that
told me
way.
that too. He told me
Hmm.
too about that. Yeah, that yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe listen to that song or watch. What I really feel is you need to watch for that song because it's gonna come on at the most inopportune time that you'd expect it, but it's the perfect timing, if you know what I mean. Um,
Mhm.
so I just feel like you're gonna notice that song more. And I don't get songs a lot, so that was kind of cool that I got. Then I got shown. I don't know. I got shown some crazy things here, but I got shown a can of Lipton brisk iced tea. You know, the already made tea in the can,
Mhm.
or bottle. And I don't know, did somebody drink that or does somebody drink that regularly? Is that like their go-to drink?
Um, Not that I know of, not that drink.
Not that drink. Hey, just write it down. I'm telling you, it was very vivid. Because I think that's the yellow and blue can, and it was very vivid for me. So write that down. Do you have a L name in your family? Loretta, Laura, something like that. Laura,
My
Lori,
mom, my mom's name is Linda.
Linda. Perfect. I knew it was a female. And then early on, I didn't say it. I skipped over it when I was just now when I was going over what I heard. I don't know why I heard Pink Floyd. Does somebody have a favorite color of pink, or is there a reference to Pink Floyd? What was his one song? Um, oh, I can't think of it right now. But there's something about pink. I feel like there's something significant. So
I know pink used to be my favorite color when I was younger.
when you
I
were with
also,
him,
that probably would be something funny. Yeah, because I used to wear a lot more colorful clothing back then, and I started in the phase where I started just wearing black all the time, and he didn't like that so much.
That might be what he's referencing for you to put those pink clothes back on and get out of the darkness.
Yeah, I could
Um,
see that.
yeah, I think, and that's. I'll be honest with you. That's the message that he was giving me. Um, I also got was. Is there somebody in your? Is there a William or Bill? Went by Bill.
My mom's brother's name was William Bill, and
Okay,
we also have a few cousins with that name. That's another
that's
kind
another
of
one that's been handed down.
yeah.
Hereditary. Yeah, yeah. Um, okay. You have a lovely family. I mean, they're just. Oh, even when Heather was reading, I felt just the most calming sense of snuggles, like hugs, like just a, a, a warmth. So I just wanted you to know that. And the message he did give me at the end, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but he did say it's time to move on and it's okay. He's still there with you.
I know. It's just hard to move on because I didn't. I mean, he's the only one I ever loved, you know. So it's hard.
Well, he wanted me to. He said he's still in your heart. You just can't be with him physically. So while you're here on Earth, it's okay to move on. You'll be reunited one
Yeah.
I know that he wanted to take all of that from you because
day.
he kept like packing up the carpet and taking it with him, which is very
And driving off. Yeah, like
symbolic, yeah.
Taking the
Um,
car.
I'm so sorry for your loss. But what's interesting, your family is very interesting. I've never had them come through and be like, there's three of us and kind of do an order. But usually I just as they're coming through as I'm talking, but they came through and let me know like there's three of us, this is who she wants to talk to. And
You
but
know,
and their symbolism and stuff was cool.
but what's funny is, I've lost a lot of people but I've always told people I have six people that I consider like my closest and three are past and I always refer to them as the three and it
So
so
that
it
makes sense why they'd
it
show
makes you
up
laugh.
as the three.
Hmm.
yeah.
And then when I was listening to music this morning, there's always a song that will catch my attention, and then I know that has something to do with it. And that song that I was playing when I first came in, out of all the music I listened to this morning, that was the one that like got me in my feelings. And so I knew that somehow that ties into it, or there's a
Yeah,
feeling behind that. But that's what like invoked emotion in me for the reading.
yeah, I associate that's one of the songs I associated with us kind of. And
Stop.
so that's yeah,
I've never seen the movie and
yeah.
I've heard the song before. I don't even know what it's called, but it came on, so there we
It's
go. And I never play music on here before I start a session in front of someone, but and then I went to turn it off. You'll have to watch the video because I know things happen for a reason during mediumship, but I went to turn it off and then it was like, nope, stop for a minute. So I waited. So I'll have to see what it was, or you can see on the video. Okay, I'm gonna see what I pick up for you psychically before I let you go. Let's see. When I get a reference to like employment or work, I get this feeling of I get this feeling of not working, to be honest, but it feels like if I am making money, it's so hard to describe feelings. So when somebody is employed, I feel like a whole list of things being done. But for whatever reason, it's like only a part of the list is filled. So for me, that feeling is either we work part-time or we haven't worked it just doesn't feel full, but it feels like there is money coming in somewhere. So whether that's part-time or you get money through something else, but there's a feeling of not doing it full time or wanting to lessen the load, but it doesn't feel full. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I haven't had a full-time job in a few years, so yeah.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Perfect. Because that's the way it feels. It's so weird. Um, and then, but I do feel like you're okay financially. So whether money's coming in other ways or maybe you make really good money working part-time, I don't know, but it feels like that's not really a concern. Um, However, my attention is being brought to your lower midsection. So whether this is so weird. Whether this would be like an organ or skin or I don't know what it is, but it's like the lower midsections being highlighted to me. I don't know if you're concerned about something in that area or you've recently done something in that area. Just be mindful that I'm saying it unless you know what I'm talking about already.
I have really bad acid reflux, and it used to be in my throat, but it's been in my lower stomach for a long time, almost like ulcers. It feels something like ulcers sometimes.
Oh, get that checked out, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, acid reflux can do wild things. People don't realize it. It can cause Barrett's esophagus. It can cause esophageal cancer. And I don't feel anything like that for you, but it's a silent.
Yeah, I've had endoscopies, and they just they seem to think everything's okay, and they just have me on acid reflux type medicines, which for the most part they do work, but I just still get a lot of burning and discomfort, in my
Yeah.
stomach.
You may want to try sleeping a little bit elevated,
Mhm.
because that'll the gravity keeps things down, or be checked for H. pylori because that causes ulcers.
Oh my God. You know what's so funny? My last visit was like a week ago, and they gave me the cup to take home to do the sample with, when you go to the bathroom,
Uh,
and I haven't returned it yet, and that's exactly what they're going to be testing for.
H. pylori.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. So do it because
okay.
I know things don't just come up during readings because I always pray that I'll be inspired to say something, even if I'm rambling or telling a story about myself, but something will be highlighted to whoever I'm talking to.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe that's your sign to get that checked out because H. pylori is easily treatable and it will get rid of those symptoms.
I've been
And
putting
it's
putting it off.
contagious.
Mm.
So if you're drinking off other drinks with people, kissing people, eating off the same silverware, they can get it too.
And
Um, yeah, don't put it off. Go get it done. Um, I don't, oh my gosh, I've never even picked this up in a reading. I don't know how to give it to you, but I'm just gonna say it. Um, there's I don't know if you're trying to lose weight or there's something to do with like love handles and I'd never get shit like this, so I'm so sorry. But I don't know if that there's something to do with again the lower midsection and it feels like almost like if you needed to have skin removed or but it feels like there's a problem, not just like, oh, I'd like my waist to look like this. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like what's being referenced for me, and this might not be for you, this might be for somebody you help take care of. My grandmother would get really bad rashes underneath the skin on the side. And that's
hmm
what it feels like to me, is
it,
just
it
being mindful of that.
I've thought about getting a breast reduction because I get really bad rashes on
Yes,
the,
that's
yeah.
what it feels like to me, like just being mindful of that or figuring that out, or if you know, or if you have like a really bad rash right now, I would pick that up. So
Yeah.
um yeah,
It's pretty bad. I mean, I had the mammogram yesterday, and I mean, it usually gets pretty bad, but it's very hard to control. I don't know. Just
So things that help with that, sorry, I used to work in the medical field, but things that help with that is you can actually use Milacon 7 or same stuff for
Monostat.
yeast
That's what
infections,
I
gets
used to
rid of it. And then baby powder to keep it dry.
okay.
But and literally, like I don't know how big your breasts are, but you when you sleep, you could put maxi pads under your breast just to because yeast grows where it's damp, warm, and damp, warm. There's one more. It's the moisture,
dark,
dark, thank
dark.
you, dark. So anywhere that's happening, and as women, that's going to happen. And maybe eat a yogurt a day, but that's what's being brought up.
Yeah.
Let's see. And I do feel like I want to talk about, I know you said you don't have kids, but I feel like I need to talk about a male around you. So do you take care of someone's son, or do you have a nephew you're close to?
Um, no. I mean the only things I take care of, I have 4 cats.
There's something
Um,
to do with,
that
I would
and
say
and,
cat is a cat though. So just
and
remember I'm
what
saying it.
well, one is a male, and I favor him a lot. So I I don't know why that
Interesting.
is.
Okay, well let's see. Let's see what the feeling is. Like I said, being close and feels like it would be a son, so that's funny. Um, but there's concern there. Like you would be concerned about them or you're worried about them because I can feel the support and the love, but there's some
Hmm.
sort of concern that you have for them, and it comes through as a son.
Yeah, I mean, one of them has been very sick. She's had 2 major surgeries in the last 2 years. So, and
Oh,
she has something else going on with her, and then I have one that just turned 18 that's got hyperthyroidism, and so they stress me out as if it was like a child.
does
Yeah.
one of them have either issues? I don't even know if this is a thing with cats, but issues with either the spine or that area of fur where the spine would be.
Well, she did have her femur bone had to be um shaved down last year
Okay.
because it and uh
Remember when I was talking about the LE sounding name? Now I'm hearing like Molly or so what would be
oh
the
my God. Don't
huh?
Did you just say that's the one that's sick, Molly?
Oh,
Oh my
okay.
God. But I I didn't say when you said Ellie is because her name, I spell it Molly, I think maybe.
Yeah.
But I could see it could
Well,
be.
I think that's the name I was trying to get earlier,
Oh
but
my
now I
God.
heard it. Molly. Okay.
That's
That's
crazy.
funny. Um, and then do you understand one of your cats having dental issues?
Yeah, Molly basically has a few teeth left. She has this disorder where they reabsorb, and they basically had to remove all her teeth, and the other ones have had some removed too, but she's my problem child. This is
Gotcha.
her. Hmm.
Um, that's so funny. So know your loved ones, even know about your cat.
Well, I
Um,
mean, they know that
you love.
I treat them like if I had kids. Yeah.
Yes, and I got the reference to your male cat as being a child, which
Yeah.
I know fur babies can very much be like that, but yeah,
I'm not supposed to have favorites, but I don't know what it is about him. I just,
girl, moms have favorites. They might not say it or real favorite thing. They go through period. Like I have 5 kids, and one year one of them's my favorite. The next year, the next one is. It
Mhm.
just depends. Or there's certain traits, but even if they're not your favorite, there's just certain things that you just vibe with them different, and that's okay. The energy's different. You vibe
Yeah.
better, and that's fine. But Yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting for your cats. That's so interesting.
But his name is Milo, so they're still kind of um kind of similar names, but it's just um I don't know. I just feel like and it's like with women, I think male cats seem like they're more bonded with
Yeah.
that, and then with male owners, it's more like the female
Yes.
cat. And
Yep. I hear
so
that all
yeah,
the time with dogs too. Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. It's because they're people don't realize that our animals are our soulmates. And
yeah.
more so than I think humans are our soulmates because they love you
Hmm.
unconditionally. Um, let's see if there's anything else is there anything you want me to specifically fill into?
Um, my most concerns are probably just like health issues, because it seems like I've had something going on since I was like 18. I've always had like I have everything that my parents had, and then my own set of issues, and it just seems like I never get to a point where I feel like I'm like actually healthy or anything.
Yeah. What's interesting, do you take a lot of medications?
Yeah, I do.
Because I just saw a lot of medications and then I'm seeing them being rearranged. So for me, that
Mhm.
would be either looking into and seeing if you take them at different times of days, or can you find a new medication to do what those two do? Or which ones do I really not need anymore, but maybe I fell through the cracks at the doctor's office and they just keep refilling it, you know?
Yeah,
But that's what I was seeing was that. But also, do your family have like food allergies or celiac?
that's one of the things they were trying to test me for is um like a dairy intolerance,
Okay.
something
'Cause
like
I
that.
was just getting a reference to me and my grandpa and celiac. So yeah, so for me that's just like a food allergy or whatever, but it feels like it feels like a lot of your issues do have to do with the things that you're actually eating or swallowing, even though they're prescribed. But sometimes doctors don't relook at everything or um and you kind of fall through the cracks and then you're just on like an auto refill plan, but then this
Mhm.
medication makes you feel yucky with this one. But maybe if you take one in the morning, one at night, then it won't do that. And it just feels like if you play around with those things. Also, your ovaries are being highlighted to me. And oh, it's weird. Have you been told to have a hysterectomy or do you have like cysts?
I had a hysterectomy when I was 39.
I should
Then
have
the
said
only
what I
thing,
was gonna say. It was like your ovaries
the
are being highlighted to me, and I don't feel like they're there.
the only yeah the weird thing is the only thing that they left was my ovaries because they didn't want to push me into menopause, I
Yeah.
guess.
So just remember, I'm saying that the ovaries are being highlighted. And maybe it's just something to be mindful of because of
I'm,
hormones.
I'm,
'Cause you'll still go
I'm
through some sort of menopause.
I asked them just recently if they can tell because I already feel like I'm already in some state of menopause,
Yeah.
and they're like, well, it normally doesn't happen till you're like 51, and um I don't have really that many good doctors. They seem like they just kind of don't really care a lot, and
Yeah.
also they told me at one point I had PCOS, which is
Polycystic
something with,
ovarian syndrome.
yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, so it's just I don't know. It's just I just feel like because they switch. I seem like I get new doctors all the time. They just keep switching in and out, and
And then they herd you like cattle. When it comes to
mhm.
certain things, and if you ever need help, like advocating for yourself as a patient or need tips or whatever, just message me. But when it comes to like if you're going to talk about hormonal imbalance or menopause or even a yearly, I would go with a female for that part because
Yeah,
female and a female preferably around your age because they understand where male doctors are great for other things, but when it comes to that part of it, they're clueless.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
if you feel like you're going through menopause and starting all of that, I would just go with you are. Women go through it in their at 45. They go through it at 50. They can't just slap a sticker on it. And especially with the way the world's changing, the way we eat is changing, vaccines are changing, and that's all changing the way women's bodies work. Like breast
Yeah.
cancer in your 20s was unheard of, and now I know so many people who that has happened to. I have a friend with full mastectomy when she was 28.
Yeah,
So
my doctor, I had one doctor tell me that they changed the policy that it's every 2 years now to get a mammogram, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right. I asked somebody else, and they're like, no, it's still every year. And then I had like my mom's sister passed when she was 52 of breast cancer, so it just, I know it should be at least every year, but
especially
um,
family history.
mhm,
Yeah. I
mm,
would just keep checking up with your doctors, be your own advocate, stay on their butts because the squeaky wheel gets the grease, really. And
yeah,
I am that's kind of what I'm picking up for you. I think that you're doing all the right things, but do your H. pylori thing because you'll feel so much better. Because
yeah,
if you get leaky gut and stuff like that, you're gonna feel like crap all the time anyway. So,
mhm,
and the serotonin is made in the gut more so than in the brain. So if your gut's not working, you'll get depressed or you may have mood swings, things like that.
mhm,
Uh,
yeah.
That's what I'm getting for you. I will send this video to you within 48 hours. And thank you so much for allowing Stacy and I to connect with you.
Oh, yeah, it was fun. I just I watch you guys a lot on live, and you're both amazing. And just I don't I also I wonder why Stacy calls herself developing, because she's just so uh right on all the time. It's just like, just trust yourself more.
Yeah. Well, and the reason we say that developing is because she's new at it. And so it's ethical, it's honest, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We wouldn't want somebody to come in and get a reading from her and Stacy's still learning. And I'm still learning. We'll always be learning, but still learning what signs and symbols mean for her. And then
Mhm.
that person being upset because they didn't know she had just started doing this. So it's just better to
Mhm.
get out of in front of it and say, hey, I'm just starting my
Yeah.
journey. This is what I'm getting. Take it with a grain of salt. But your grain of salt is very evidential. But it's
Mhm.
just, yeah, it's just a good way to just to let people know what they're getting into,
And
and then they can make the choice whether or not they want to do it.
Miranda, I appreciate you saying that. I really do. That means a lot to me. But I just got to remember, like, I'm not new to spirituality. I've been doing psychic
Yeah.
reads for 30 years. You know what I mean? I've
Mhm.
been intuitive since I was 3 years old. But I just got into the mediumship, and Heather took me under her wing. And it's just, uh, I because Heather taken me under her wing, she's responsible for the reading. But
Yeah.
so I appreciate that you even offered for me to, you wanted me to come in here and be a part of
Yeah.
the read,
You
that
guys
was very
are
kind.
you guys are very good together. The way you pick up on each other, and it flows together. I really like watching you two work together.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Keep
And
watching
I
us.
happen to like her too. It's weird.
Yeah, you guys you both have such a great sense of humor. I just like, I can crack up at you guys. So
Were you in there
Yesterday
last
was
night when we were
horrible.
doing all the, oh my gosh, when we were doing all the, um, I was doing those big fat lips
Filters.
and
I missed that
yeah,
one, but
Mr. Bean. She had
yeah.
oh,
Mr. Bean on.
I had the Mr. Bean on.
Oh,
Oh, she was taking
that
pictures of
one's
me.
funny.
And then I was speaking in the mic. There was another one with the podium.
Yes, it was
You missed it. We just
hilarious.
laughed so hard
We
yesterday.
laughed for about 6 hours and yeah, it was good though. It was really good.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was. But I thank you so much, Miranda. I really appreciate you sharing
you're
your loved
welcome.
ones with us. And just know, Miranda, out of everything I gathered out of this whole read today is it's okay to move on. It's okay. I know
I
it's not
know.
easy, but it is okay. Give
I
yourself a
know.
break. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
And
sweetheart.
keep
Well,
coming
thank
in our
you.
lives because we will surround you with love and light.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, you take care, sweetie.
Thank you,
You
Miranda.
too.
Take care.
All
Bye
right,
bye.
bye-bye.
Bye bye.